Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the very first video of the new YouTube channel, 1e4mate. I just wanted to introduce myself to you guys. My name is Michael. In my personal account, I'm rated about 1200. I really like chess. I always have. When I was a kid, I didn't have too many people to play with, and so now I have an online account and everything. So I decided to start this YouTube channel, 1e4mate, that covers everything from e4, which is the most popular opening move, all the way to checkmate. This channel is going to cover good tactics and how to increase your board vision, what you see when you play chess, with a lot of good openings. We're going to cover all the different phases of a game, the opening, middle game, and end game. We're going to go over how the pieces move, what the goal is of chess, all kinds of stuff like that. And once we get through all those beginning lessons, we're going to have an opening series where we take one opening, just pick it apart and discuss the purpose of it and what we want out of the opening, all kinds of stuff like that. And as the channel progresses, the goal is to cover my rating climb. As I climb through the rating, I just created this account for the YouTube channel. We're about 896, I think. So we should get to the first couple hundred to where I am at my personal fairly quickly. At the very least, I want to get a national master title and discuss. I'll go through my thought process. I know 1200 isn't, I'm not a grandmaster or anything. There definitely are a lot better chess YouTubers like Levy Rosman with Gotham Chess, who's an international master. You've got Chess Vibes, Nelson Lopez, who's a national master. He's got a ton of great educational content. I'm personally subscribed to both of those guys and have learned a ton from them. But what we're trying to build here is not in competition with them. What I can give you is how someone who's just a little bit ahead of you thinks. So my goal here is to teach you how to play from the very beginning if you don't know anything about chess and want to learn, want to get into it. And if you just want to come along for the ride, this is going to be documenting my journey to a title. This is going to be a long 5, 6, 7 year journey. So if you want to see how someone gets to hold a title from just 1200 rated, you're hopefully going to get to see that here. So that's just a brief overview of the channel and where I want to take this. But that's part of the purpose of this channel, is to see how long it takes to get a title. So I just wanted to kind of have an opening game here. So ordinarily, I'm going to be doing 10-minute games. I think for the purpose of this video, since I'll be talking a little more, we're going to do a 15-10. So we'll have 15 minutes and then 10 seconds every move we make will get added to our time. And let's get into it. Strategic, tactical, calculated. This is 1e4mate. But let's start off with the name of the channel, E4. My probably favorite opening as white is the Italian game. So we'll bring the knight out to f3. And right here, we're attacking the pawn. It's not protected by anything. Normally they play knight c6 to defend their pawn. They're not, they're counterattacking. So I think we'll see if we get the four knights defense, but I'm gonna defend my pawn. Yeah, we do. So this is where you get all knights out. I'm gonna bring the bishop out to I'm sorry, to c4. And you see, um, so they're gonna bring their dark square bishop out. See, I like the fried liver attack against some of these kind of setups where you bring the knight here and then you're both attacking the f7 pawn and you can jump your knight in. Not like that. You can jump your knight in and fork the queen and rook, and obviously they're gonna save their queen. I'm not very good at drawing arrows. I just learned that. And you get a free knight. Um, or sometimes if I want to make them lose castling rights, I will bring the bishop there, and they'll just have to lose castling rights, and I'll bring the bishop back, and maybe I can get the knight in there later. But then their king is just stuck in the center. So that's a good thing to do is um, to know where their king's gonna be. So I think in this position, I'll just bring my D pawn up, defend my bishop, and let this one out. I think I like castling. What I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna bring my bishop out to pin the knight, so the knight cannot move. It's no longer attacking. This because if they took that, then I could take their queen. So they are attacking my bishop. I'm not real worried about that because it is defended. Now I would have to double pawns, but I don't think I mind that so much. If I had this pawn defended on this square, that would be a fort. Uh, I'm I'm sorry, guys. I really need to work on drawing my arrows. But if this pawn could move forward too, which it can, but it would be undefended, so bishop could just take. But it would be a fork, and we could win a piece. I don't think I'm too concerned because no matter what, I'm gonna be doubling pawns, and I think I'd rather it be my center pawn because what I think I'm gonna do is bring my queen up to defend my bishop again. That way, this knight is free to capture this free pawn. Yeah. So we're gonna take back because obviously our queen is under attack. So that was always the plan. We're gonna take back. This pawn is undefended, and at some point we're gonna nope, we're gonna focus on castling. I can undouble my pawn. So if you ever get put in this opportunity, see I have doubled pawns. That's not really a good thing. That's a weakness. But I have the chance now to undouble them. So I think I'm definitely gonna do that. And then we'll see if this is still undefended, but I'd prefer um I don't think I'm too concerned about that because they're attacking my pawn once, twice, 3 times, but really it's only 2 times because this knight can't move or they'll lose their queen. I'm defending it once, twice, 3 times. We have more defenders than they do attackers. I think if they were to take, I'd take with jump in here with my knight. And this is a good what's called an outpost because no pawns can come and make my knight move back to where it was. So I think I'll let that capture happen. Take this opportunity to take this free pawn. And notice my knight is, or my bishop, sorry, my bishop is defended. And if they do something like bring the rook over and threaten my knight, I think I can just jump it right back and be just fine. I do want to get my king out of the center though, but I can castle either direction. If they were to do that, and I brought my knight back, they'd be putting pressure here, and they would have two attackers on it, right? But really just one, so I would be good. Okay, so they got out of the pin. So now this is a defender, and they're attacking here. So we need to take a look here. Um, let's see. So this is under attack. So best thing to do is probably retreat this. But then this is under attack once, twice. It's defended still 3 times. So I think we're good to just drop this back. Bring that back here. And we're gonna focus on, I think, next move, unless something crazy happens. It'll bring our rook to the center. It'll get the king out of the center of the board. Okay, yeah. So they're lining up on the king. but it's defended. So I need to castle. Get my king. So this is pinned. It can't do anything. I can't. It's not a defender of this pawn anymore. That's one thing to note. I think what I could do is it's under attack twice, but only defended once. So what I could do is take here. And if they take, I just want a rook. And then I'll castle next. So knights and bishops are both worth 3 points. And if they want to take my bishop, they're gonna have to open up, expose their king. So I'd have a free thing. Say I ever move my rook over. So that's what I'm looking at there. If they take back, we'll see. If they don't, I'll just drop this back to where it's defended again, and we got a free piece. Okay, so they're gonna pin my knight, but it's not really pinned to anything. They're just attacking it. So I don't really understand. Let's see if we could do something here. So this is we could bring our thing back and attack the queen. If they take, take, we'd be giving up 2 pieces for a rook. But then we also wouldn't be able to castle, because you can't castle if your king would go and check. So we wouldn't be able to pass to this square. We could still castle this way. And also our bishop's hanging. So we did get a knight for this bishop, and we're up 5 points. So if we brought that back and they took, we'd be down to just plus 2 points because it's worth 3. And then we could take that. But say they take, no, because their queen is hanging. So yeah, I think that's probably our best shot to save our queen, save our bishop and attack their queen. Normally you don't want to give up. Okay, they go with that. I'm planning on castling this way anyway. So I think they're not going to take with their queen because then they'd lose it. So they're going to take this next. So if I just defend again, I'd be defending both pieces. Then how would that work? So they'd take with the queen. I would take with the knight. So they're going to take the knight first. Like I was saying, I don't think I finished this thought. I'm okay with doubling pawns here because I'm not planning on casting this way. I'm planning on casting queen side. So they would take. So we'd still be up 5 points. Then they take, take. So I'd only be up 2 points after the exchange. Uh, do I have any better choices? I think what I'll do is just drop this all the way back. And if they're not gonna take here because then they'd lose their queen. So they're gonna take that, and I'll just double pawns. And then I'll bring the rook over and line up on the king. So I'm gonna just drop the bishop back. If they take there, I'll just take, and then that'll give that another defender anyway. Yeah. So this is defended. Make sure everything's defended. So the only thing that's not defended is the base of the thing. So they're gonna pin that. So I think what I'll do, this is a good time to castle. And if they take, I'll just take back. If they line up here, they'll be attacking both. Oh, so they're gonna go for that. Oh, so that's what they were planning on doing all along. Okay. So we can get a little tricky. I don't want to get too tricky. So if we let this push by, then we're losing a knight. Um, so I think what I can do is go here and take that. Now their queen's exposed, so I can bring my rook over with a tempo. The queen has to move away. Say it moves there. Um, then I can. No, that's losing a bishop. Okay. I'm likewise going to push my A pawn. They push their H pawn, so these are called the flank pawns, A and H. We do need to watch time. We do get a 10-second bonus for every move we make, so I'm gonna force that trade. And I think we're looking all right. We're up 5 points. Looking to okay, I'm not really sure what that does. That was something I wanted to do anyway, is avoid this diagonal. Um, they may bring their rook next and threaten our queen. Let's start looking where to put that. One thing we could do is okay, they're gonna do that. So they're attacking this, so they're gonna threaten there. So how are we gonna defend? We could bring our rook up. If we bring our rook up, then we could bring this one over. This is called doubling rooks. It's very powerful. I would prefer to do that on the open file though, so maybe we bring it up and over, but to defend our pawn for now. Um, do they have any kind of tactics where they could? In the meantime, I don't think so. It's defended. I think we'll do that and defend our pawn. And then in the meantime, we can slide this over and gain control of this. Trying to gain control of this very open file. This one wouldn't do too bad either since our rook is lifted above the pawns. I don't really see what that does. Because all this is defended. Maybe they're trying to think of something like that. So now it's okay. So I think what I'll do is bring this over. If they trade, I'll bring my thing back. And if they threaten my rook, I'll just bring and I'll have what's called a battery because my queen will be here, my rook will be here. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll fight for control of this file. These are called files. Vertical is files and horizontal. These are called ranks. I don't know why I can't draw an arrow myself. Um, so they're moving their queen around a bit. I'm not really sure what it's doing, but I can trade this. Um, I'm up material, so I'm up 5 points. Oh, sorry. I'm up 5 points. You see here the +5. So trades for me are good. I'm gonna put my rook right here and fight. I'm up a bishop and a couple pawns. Let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pawns. Oh, so this is interesting. Does anybody see anything special here about this position? Their queen's completely like out of the game. It's all the way in the back. I've got a space for my king to go, so I can't get back rank noted. Um, so if you see, I could take the rook for free, but the king is the only defender. There's nothing that can block except for the rook. So I can come up here with my queen and check. And when the rook either blocks or the king moves away, one of those two are the only possible moves. It's a free rook. Yeah. So I'm gonna come down in here with I'm gonna keep my pawn defended. I'm gonna come back here with my queen. looking for a check. I don't really. It's kind of protected back there, so I'm gonna eat this pawn, and that also defends that. I'll just take this over to the side. There's no more back rank mate. Okay, I'll move this pawn forward. I think I'll just. You don't really. So this is called pinned. My rook would be pinned if I moved here. I don't really want to do that. I also don't want to give up. I don't want to give up this pawn because then the queen could come back here. So I don't see much choice. There's probably a better move, but this is defended with the queen. Yeah. So I'm dropping that pawn, but that's all right. I can come up here and take this. If they don't defend it, this will be checkmate because this is a battery. This is a battery on the file, or excuse me, the thing. Looks like I'm not gonna get a chance to do that because I have to evade that check. I don't want to repeat moves. So if you repeat the same moves 3 times, if you get the same position 3 times, then that is okay. So I see something here, so I can come down here and give a check. If the king goes back, this is no longer pinned, and we have checkmate. Does anybody see checkmate? So the king can't go here, here obviously, or here, here. It can go here. So if we eliminate these 2 squares for the king, we have checkmate. My rook is no longer pinned. So here for the first game of the channel. Oh, excuse me. So they can stop it. It's not quite checkmate yet. They can stop it and block it once, and this will be checkmate. So not too bad for our first game on the channel. And here we're gonna send a GG in the chat. And that's checkmate. So let's go over game review real quick. I didn't
You had
realize
a nice
quite how long
tactical
this
find in
video
this game.
was already.
Let's review.
I wasn't intending for this video to be quite that long with this. That's all right. So let's just go through this real quick. We had one great move. And no blunders. We did have a miss and a couple inaccuracies. An inaccuracy um, is a weak move. Just something. It's not really a bad move. It's just kind of passive. We did have one miss. No blunders though. So our estimated elo just based off of this single game is
You
about
give yourself
1,600. So
dozens
that's
of
not too
strong
bad.
options after playing
They
e4.
played a pretty good game. So let's go through it real quick.
They chose kingside castling.
Let's go through this. I don't know if you guys can hear him talk, but I can, and I don't want him interrupting me. So I'm gonna mute that. So these are all book moves. So you see this little symbol here, it just means in a noted game, there's like a repertoire of all kinds of different games that have been played before. And so these moves have all been played before where you see the book. So this is all so now we're out of the book. So now we're in our own little territory now. This is a brand new game. So up until this move, this position has been reached before in an actual tournament by like grandmasters or something like that. So we come here. This is the best move by the computer. So they attack our bishop. So in an accuracy, it wanted us to take the free pawn, but I explained to you why I didn't. Of course, this is Stockfish. It's a chess computer, so it's probably right. So it's an inaccuracy, nothing horrible. So they We traded. We take back. That's an inaccuracy. I'm gonna bet. I don't know if I can move this over any. No, I can't. So if you see here, I'll do a better job of cropping my screen next time. I have cut off the eval bar. Actually, you know what? Give me 1 second. All right, hey guys, here we are back. To finish up this review, I went ahead and fixed this. So this right here is called the eval bar. This is what the Stockfish, which is the believed to be the most powerful chess computer out there right now, um, is sees as the best move. So this computer can calculate 10, 15, 20 moves ahead and see the best outcome. Even more than that, not just 20 moves ahead. It can calculate a whole bunch of different lines, different positions, things like that from where you are right now in the game and tell you what the best move is. So that's how it does that. So right now we see 1.2. So that means white has a plus 1.2 advantage, just based off the position. Now, later on, when you start getting up in material and things like that, that can go up. So a 1 point advantage. So pawns are worth 1 point. Pawns are worth 1 point. Knights and bishops are worth 3 points. So they're about the same. So piece-wise, they're valued the same, but bishops are a little bit better just because they're long range pieces. I will practice drawing my arrows, guys. I'm sorry. My arrows aren't that great. Rooks are worth 5 points. So earlier you when I said we were plus five, I don't think we were up a full rook. We'll see here in a minute. I don't remember. But that is the value of a rook anyway. And then queens are worth 9, and then king is obviously king can't be captured, but that's indefinite. That's the whole goal of the game is to checkmate the king. So that's an inaccuracy. We captured back. It wanted us to. I don't know. I'm not sure why it wanted us to follow up like that. But nonetheless, that was a. I believe that symbol's a mistake on our opponent's part. And then taking the free pawn, it really liked the free pawn. It wanted us to trade right here. So if we had taken this knight, they couldn't have. It would have defended. So they would have had to take like that. And then we could have gotten our knight out. So let's see. We come back. It's not horrible. It's an inaccuracy. It's just kind of passive. It really liked that square for the knight. So here we traded. That said his best move. I explained that why in the game because we had two attackers, only one defender, and it was lined up on our king. So say instead of that, something like this had happened. Actually, can I do that? Something like this had happened. No, wait, it's my turn. That's fine. Say we just do like some random move, right? For not paying attention. They can take here, which is great because it's like forking our queen, it's forking our all kinds of stuff, right? So we're gonna have to take back. Now look at this. Now we're on check. And they got their rook right in the powerful like right in a good position. All they can bring their knight over, get doubled rooks, and then we'd probably drop our bishop back and that so they could trade. We don't want to lose our queen, so then we'd lose in all kinds of pawns and everything. It's a horrible position. So go back to the review. That's why taking there is the best move. Get rid of all these arrows. All right. They pinned it. Not the most accurate. I could show the follow up. Let's show the follow up. I want to see what's better. So yeah, it's just a big trade. Um, it wanted us to do this. Why? Show follow up. So it wanted us to defend our bishop, and our bishop now can't be taken because this pawn is pinned. So if the pawn took, they'd be in check. You're not allowed to do that. So it defends our bishop, and that's a really good position anyway. So they have to bring their bishop back because that's the best way to defend against checkmate. Because if they don't bring this bishop back, say they just do something like, I don't know, say they take our knight, right? Checkmate, we win. So that's the best move. Okay, I see that. Let's get back to where we were. Sorry, I got a little lost here. So here's what happened in the game. We attacked that. It's a good move. All right. We retreated our bishop so we didn't lose it. They take. That's best. We have a 5-point advantage right now, 5.1. And you see we're also at 5 points of material. That's because we have 7 pawns and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're up a pawn. And I think we're up a knight as well. We're up 2 pawns. And we're up a knight. So that's where the 5 points comes from. So it's as if we had 5 extra pawns. Because 1 point on the eval bar is about a pawn advantage. So we castle. They said it was good. What was best? I'm just curious. Okay, it just wanted us to threaten this queen. And we get to advance our pawn a little bit more. So the queen moves somewhere. Not there. If the queen moves there, then we can't do anything. But when the queen does move away, we could move our pawn even more. Alright, so castling's not horrible. We take back. It opens up on the queen. We defend. Force them to take. Step our king to the side. Best move. Defend our pawn. Best move. Not best move. Really good move. Excellent move. Bring our rook over. Fight for control of the open file. So it's really good to get your rooks either on open files. These are open files where there's no pawns. There's no pawns blocking or anything like that. Or on half open files. So this rook is on a half open file because there's 1 pawn. If anything takes this pawn, we can take it with our rook. So it controls all the way to promotion. So everything's defended though. So it's a good move. That's a passive move. That's what it's calling. It's a inaccuracy. So we trade rooks and put there. It really wanted us to push this pass pawn. So a pass pawn is a pawn that doesn't have any other pawns for the rest of its journey to promotion that can stop it. So like if there was a pawn here or a pawn here, say there was a pawn here still, we couldn't push because then we just get taken. Man, I'm sorry, my errors are horrible. So they thought they could defend with their king, which isn't it's a good attempt, but we can check, and we did have mate in 2. I should have looked a little harder for checkmate here. I didn't. Um, let's see if we can find it now, just real quick. Um, something like this. Yes. All right. And when the rook goes back, checkmate or checkmate. So I should have looked a little harder there. We missed the checkmate, so that was our 1 miss. See here. Um, when we just took the rook. It's still a very good position. We're still up a full rook and a full bishop. We're up 10 points of material and 2 pawns. We're still completely winning. But we did miss mate in 2. So when it says the eval bar says M2, that means checkmate, mate, um, and 2. So I should have looked a little harder, but that's all right. We still have a very good position. Take the free pawn and also defends. Bring the king back. That's an excellent move. So it wanted us to bring our king back. Why? It wanted and that just is a draw. Then it wanted it. So the computer gets a little funny sometimes. It'll repeat moves for seemingly no reason. My guess would be because eventually it settled on the move we did in the actual game, blocking with the rook. because I didn't want to repeat moves. That would be a draw. Then it's it's a tie. So sometimes it'll repeat moves, but let's get back to the game. So we came over. It's an excellent move. They took there. We take there. We threaten checkmate. This also would have threatened checkmate. Bring our bishop over. Anything that defends the queen right up against the king is threatening checkmate. Bring the rook back. And mate in 3. So check. Goes back. Check. So that's interesting. We didn't see mate in 2 back here. We missed mate in 2. But just a few moves later, we found mate in 3. That's interesting. That's checkmate. All right. So that'll do it. If you like this video, like the kind of content that you're going to be receiving, the kind of content we're going for is very beginner friendly lessons. I'm going to start a series on how the pieces move and beginner principles, very basic stuff. And then as we go through some basic stuff and get a little more advanced, I'll always keep it simple for anybody that wants to start. So if you think you'll like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. If you like the video, give it a like. Let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to get back to everybody. But let me know what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to see. Give me some recommendations for content. And we're gonna try and keep this channel really, really educational and really fun too, because chess is fun. I got some ideas for like a chess meme Monday, so we'll go over like funny chess memes and stuff, and then do some puzzles. I got some interesting ideas. Maybe we'll do a few tournaments. So we'll have like a tournament Tuesday, kind of like Title Tuesday for title players. Maybe we'll do like I don't know, there's no day that starts with P. I was thinking we could do a day that just starts with puzzles. So stuff like that. So if you like this, let me know. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.